Okay, and we're back. Those of you who might have watched the shave video just recently, don't be surprised. This is my 7 sins of wet shaving, as the title implies. And I've been nominated by Cincy Shaves, to do this. I'm usually not one for doing these nomination videos, but I guess that's part of the game, isn't it? So thank you very much, Cincy. I'm honored that you selected me amongst others, and I will do my very best to do this. So I have, just before I started shaving, watched Spence Shaves, and he did his video. It was also very interesting, and what I found most interesting about it is you can tell he's a younger generation. He made his notes on his cell phone. I got a piece of paper with a pen. So interesting fact there. Alright, let's get started. I have one gluttony. Now, that took me a little while to figure most of these out. Because, yeah, morphing, a deadly sin into something positive in wet shaving is not necessarily easy. I had other things in mind. So if what I have on the notes, and I'm going to read this from here, it's basically not one single product, but it's not getting enough of soaps, razors, wanting more. I mean, that goes towards the greed, but just not getting enough. You wanna try this, you wanna try that. But if I take it down to a product, the one I keep wanting to reach for, and it's a classic, it's the Tabak Original. I know it's got a wonderful scent, and it's just, I can't want more. So hold on, let me just put this aside. I gotta watch out, don't drop it. It is a glass tub. That again. Second of all, I got lust. What do I lust for? Not so much software right now. I'm pretty good on that. I would lust for maybe a second shave Mac, or I've got notes here saying a vintage Apollo, vintage Mercure, something like a 34C or a 37C vintage, in the nickel plating or even silver plating, something like that. Definitely vintage, hard to find. I've also got on the list a Rotbart Mond Extra from the late 20s, early 30s, which just kind of, that's what's got me looking right now. So this is just a something that's on my mind right now. So yeah, that'll be lust. Greed. Greed goes also towards accumulating more product and not wanting, it's mine treasure. Okay. But the way everybody else explained it, one of the most expensive product in their den, and that would be this little guy, Shave Mac DO1 Silver Tip. Yeah, that'll be it. Since I do not know what it costs, because this item was gifted to me, it's not really on this list, but I'll mention it anyway. It was a great gift from Brad Melling, and it's the Razor Rock Stealth. I'm pretty sure this thing wasn't cheap. It's fairly hefty. It's the stainless steel version, so I'll put that as an honorable mention for the greed part, as far as the most expensive in the den. The cheapest, Palmolive Shave Stick. I love it. It's great soap, and it's at least in Europe it costs under $1. So that's the one I could come up with as far as the cheapest product in my den. I don't think I have anything that, besides any samples or anything I got gifted, that was less than $1. So, pride. What am I most proud of? I'd say again, the Shave Mac. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford a second one. But it's something I'm very, very proud of. So, get that knocked off. Envy. Who do I envy? Now, the envy part got me the most, because envy is something that's actually very, very negative. Because, you look at other people and then it's kind of like, why does he have that and I don't? But the way everybody has translated it, it's more towards the who do I admire. I admire, I'm just going to say it straight out, Kevy Shaves and Paul H. When they do their videos, they make it look so easy. It's uncanny how, just you feel like you're with them in the bathroom and you're chit-chatting, and I envy that, that looseness in front of the camera. So it's more of an admiration. If you want to take it down to the strict envy part, it's envy is something very, very nasty, and I know I've caught myself once or twice on that one, especially when something new and exclusive comes out. It's it's kind of, how do these guys afford this? I know I can't, so it's kind of, some people are more fortunate on that end, and I know the wet shaving community is very, very generous, so it's a bad thing to be envious of somebody. So that's just kind of as a side note. I try not to fall into that thing, but there's always that split second sometimes when you're looking at a $400 razor and it's kind of especially when it pops up on Instagram on somebody's feed. It's kind of but then you try to, it's kind of like, hey, you know what? You don't know what's going on. If he can afford it, fantastic. All to him. I hope he enjoys it. And that mindset of the community is something that has influenced me very positive. Trying to get out of a negative mindset in general. And the community helps on that very, very much. So, a lot of babbling there. Number 6, wrath. The way it was translated, what do I have kind of a love-hate relationship with? It would have to be, in general, Barrister and Man soaps. They are fantastic soaps. I'm going to make a quick cut here because I forgot to get it. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Barrister and Man. I have the La Vanille, and it was probably one of the more expensive soaps that I ever bought. I did get it fairly early on. It just sounded great. The performance is fantastic and outstanding, but there is something about this soap that I don't like, and it's something about the scent, and it's not the La Vanille scent per se. I've had a chance to smell other Barrister and Man soaps, and it's the base that there's something in it that I just don't like. So I'm kind of saying that with a love-hate relationship on that. Like I said, I'm not knocking the scents per se, and not knocking the performance in any kind of way. It's just personal preference. There's something about it which I can't stomach. So Barrister and Man in general, and the other thing would be single edge razors. I love them, and I love the design, and they shave good, but there's something about them which makes me go from the single edges over to taking a DE razor and just shaving with that. I don't know, there's just something about it which I'm not 100% comfortable with. So I would say, that's also a love-hate relationship there. Sloth. The thing I use the least. Very obvious. Shavette. straight razor. The straight razors, I keep saying as an excuse, I don't have a strop. First of all, I don't like, I'm not good at the technique. And I don't know, it's just there hasn't been a motivation really to get into that kind of shaving. And with all the great DEs that I have, just, I don't know, there's something that doesn't drive me towards them. Hats off to anybody using them. Lately there's been a run to everybody kind of, hey, I'm gonna give this a try, kind of deal. And no, it's just not my cup of tea. I've tried it. It went okay. The technique is very lacking due to not doing it, and I don't know. I'm happy with my DEs and my SEs if I do use them. So yeah, the shavettes and straights would probably be the one that I don't use a whole lot, or the least, where I'm very lazy about getting into it, and just there's no inner motivation, which is basically the quintessence of sloth. So, all right, well, I hope I did the task justice. I'm terribly sorry if I didn't. Let me know if I failed the task down below in the comments. And as far as nominating 3 people, I would like to nominate Kevy Shaves as the first. The second, I would go for Jeffrey Smith. I think he might have already been selected. I haven't seen his latest video, so I don't know if he has been. So we'll just leave it at that. And for the third one, I'm gonna go with Keith. Keith from the Keen Edge. Fairly new to the game, but here you go, Keith. If you see this, I hope you do, and I apologize if you don't want to do it. But somehow, well, I know nominations are not to be asked about. Just wink, wink. All right. Hope you have a great Sunday. I hope, like I said, I was able to fulfill the task, and yeah, have a great evening. Thank you, guys.